Hi and welcome back. So today I'm going to show you my basic setup of my mini daisydori. This month I have divided my setup video into 3 different videos because it got so long, and I actually have 3 different planners that I'm going to set up this month. I have my mini daisydori and I have my personal ring-bound planner, and I also have a new bullet journal. Today, this video, the first video, is going to show you how I did my front cover, and it's also going to show you the weekly setup and my budget tracker and my monthly overview. So those are the things I'm going to show you today. Oh, and my goals section, I think. For the front cover, I use a couple of die cuts from Pretty Little Studio, and I'm pairing them up with a couple of the stamps from the scrapbooking kit. I love that tiny little sun. I'm using my Lawn Fawn ink for that one, called Sunflower. Perfect for a sun, right? And then I use my black VersaFine ink for the big stamp. And after moving the clouds about for, a smaller eternity, I decided to glue them down with glue. Did I say they were from Pretty Little Studio? I don't remember. They are, and they are cute. Do you see they even have like little hearts on them? Cute. And then I use one of the stickers from the planner add-on kit that says "Hello June." I thought that was a cute touch. And the edge. This is something that I love to do with my edges. I don't know why, but I use my ink pads, or I use crayons, or I use pretty much anything. This time I'm using my Versa Magic ink pads, 2 blue ones. Don't remember the little paler one is called Aspen Mist, and the other one I can't really remember. Anyways, I'm just buffing it around, so I don't know, it gives a kind of cool look. I think it might be just me that thinks it's cool. I don't know really. That's what I did there. And then this month I really wanted to play around with stamps a lot, so as you can see, I'm trying out different stamps, and I'm just really doing what I set out to do this year. I am having a lot of planner fun. And as usually when it comes to me and setups, I don't really have, a set idea on how I want things to look, or I have a few basic things that I know that I want to have done, but what stamps to use, or in what order, or what embellishments to use, or all that, I don't really know before I go ahead and do it. And this month for all of the weekly spreads, I have chosen different stamps. Usually I go for like 1 or 2 maybe different stamps, and I usually have like pretty straight ones, but this month I just want to do something different, and I am so happy I did, and I just had such a good time doing all of these different stamps. And for this one I am actually doing something that I really, really like. I'm using a bunch of different inks to create sort of an ombre look. I think if you haven't done that before, I really encourage you to try it. I think I have like 4 or 5 different inks on just this little pineapple, and to some that might seem a bit odd or unnecessary, but I think it's so much fun. And just look at that. It's super cute. So last month I really appreciated having a swatch of all of the inks that I was planning on using, or I was thinking about using, or whatever. So I made another one this month because it's fun to have. If you want to see how I did that last month, you can go ahead and go to my channel and look at the May setup video. I didn't think you needed to see that once more. Anyways, I am also repeating the great success of a multicolored pineapple, because one can never have too many pineapples, right? And I'm counting the squares to get them sort of in the middle. I always tend to forget which one is the middle square before ending up stamping, so I don't know. So there's those, and then I take those cute little flip-flops and that swirled line, and I'm just imagining the flip-flops taking a walk across the page. That's my thought. And if you're wondering why I'm dabbing the stamp on my hand, it's because when they're new, or I guess anytime, if you dab them on your hand, or if you rub them with a eraser, or there's a bunch of different ways you can do that. You kind of prime your stamp so it stamps more evenly, and you get a nice and clean stamped image. As you can see, I have brought out those ink swatches again, and on this page or spread I wanted to use the day in the life stamps, and especially the small splotch, I don't know what you call it. Anyways, because I wanted to sort of continue the artwork on the page, sort of, at least on the bottom there, and then on the upper half I wanted to use those. It looks kind of like washi, but it's not. So I don't know. That's what I was thinking when I made this spread. And I really wanted to include a bit more yellow, because yellow, you guys, is one of my favorite colors. I have realized it makes me happy. So then I am using the alpha stamps that came in the I can't really remember if it was the planner main kit or the planner add-on kit, one of the planner kits. And you don't always have to use all of the letters to, really understand what day of the week you're talking about, right? So I'm using M, T, O, T, and F, because weekends I just make them have like one big block, and then and this is repetition for some of you guys, but it's måndag, tisdag, onsdag, torsdag, fredag. So those are the Swedish words for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Yeah. I know I'm full of useful information. You don't have to thank me for that. Anyways, I think the stamp set is super cute, and I really like using different kinds of signifiers for the weekdays, and I thought that the alpha set was a nice way to do that this month. So fast forward, the weekdays are done, and I have brought out the new sticker set from I think it's been around for a couple of months, but one of the newer additions to the planner add-on kit, which is the alpha and date stickers, and also there's some weekday stickers, and those I really, really, really love. These are my absolute favorites. As I've said before, I have a mini dory, and anything small is greatly appreciated, because some days space is limited, I must admit to that, but I really, really adore this format, so I don't want to switch. I might do that in the future, I never know. But at the moment, I'm very happy with this format, and I'm really, really, really excited about these small stickers. I know it doesn't take a whole lot to to make me excited about things, but small stickers, yeah, definitely a winner in my book. The goals section that I had like on the first page of my planner really worked for me last month. So I wanted to repeat that and have my goals on the first page of my planner. Because that way, every time I open my planner, the first thing I see is actually my goals. And to me, that's very motivating. I don't know why, but it just is. And though I didn't complete all of the goals from last month, I did complete quite a few, and I think that's a good thing. Focus on the happy, focus on what goes good, right? Um, Anyways, something that I really appreciated was that I had divided my goals into 3 sections. So I had work, I had crafts, and I had just, life in general. I guess the dividing the goals into different sections made them easier for me to grasp. They made them not feel as big or chaotic, or it made it more relatable for myself. Anyways, moving on to what I'm doing on screen right now. I am coloring in the alphas with my clean color brushes from SIG, and I have to admit it's kind of hard to color in on a already colored background. So I wasn't at all happy with how the colors kind of turned out. So I'm playing around a bit with that and adding a couple of colors and going over them again and again. And but I mean, having a decorated planner is all about. I would say that it has kind of, for me, it has two different functions. One is, of course, that I want to keep track of what I have in front of me and all of that. But of course, I have to admit it's a lot of fun to decorate my planner, and I like pretty things, so why not play around? To divide the page into different sections, I use the arrow stickers from the functional sticker sheet in the main planner kit. And I think they look cute there. And also, I think that the goals still looks kind of washed out, or I don't know, I'm still not pleased with it. So I'm just outlining it again. And if you are saying that, oh my god, you could have just wrote it yourself from the get-go, you are wrong. I would not have been able to make it pretty. What I did notice though was that all of the playing around with colors, it kind of bled through the page. I mean, it's no wonder because I added quite a lot of color to those alphas. And to cover up my mistake, I used one of the die cuts that came in the main planner. No, not main scrapbooking kit. And it's from Create Paper from the Oasis collection. And I just thought it was a nice addition to the page, anyways. So, win-win, right? Something that I really want to get better at is to print out those printables. As you might know, Cocoa Daisy has both free printables available at their site as well as subscriber printables. And I always tend to forget to print them out. So this month I actually made sure to print almost everything out, including the little printable for the planner challenge on Instagram. And as the accountant I'm yet again am, I need to set up a budget tracker, a personal budget tracker. I do crunch numbers all day at work, but these are my personal numbers, and I really need to have a good view of them as well. It's the most simple thing you could ever imagine. I just have a whatever goes out, my income, and my if there's anything else that I need to remember. And this month I am also starting to do a bit of saving. I really like that. It doesn't always have to be very complicated to, serve a purpose. And I think I've said this before, a little goes a long way. Another favorite of mine is the monthly overview, and I'm using the back of the daily pages from the personal pages because they fit perfectly into the mini daisydori. I divide the note section into squares that are 2 squares wide and 4 squares high, and that leaves me space for 5 weeks. And I am just using my Pigma microns because I use them for everything, and I'm using the O1 size for the squares, and then I'm using the 005 for just writing in the numbers. It's as simple as that. And this month it didn't even include a whole lot of fussy cutting, which is something that I sadly enjoyed doing, but it was actually quite nice to. It was extremely quick, just cut it out and it's done basically. And here I haven't even finished my numbers, and I'm talking about the cutting part. Yeah, go me! So I'm just finishing the numbers, and I am almost done with those. And this month I have an event that I'm really looking forward to. It's a couple of days in the last week of June, and we are going to Legoland. So of course I had to mark that out. And I am also using one of the stickers on the label sticker sheet. Last month they started to have a couple of those that were clear, so I could write in anything I want to. And Legoland is something that I wanted to write in, but I didn't want to have a tab that says Legoland. I just wanted to mark it out in my planner. And I'm using the pen because I didn't want to smear the ink, because I didn't have the patience to let the ink dry for a while. Just, a couple of, not even a second, like a split second, I guess. Yeah. Now I get into the cutting, and I actually wanted to have that last part of the corner left, so I'm just leaving a bit and ripping it. Oh, I love ripping paper. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to use, what purpose my monthly overview is going to have. I really enjoy having it in my planner because it does give me an overview of the month, but I would really like to have like a set purpose for the monthly overview. I tried to use it for cleaning. It didn't really work for me. But I wanted to have like some sort of other purpose than just giving me an overview. So if you have any good ideas, or if you have a nice way of getting that cleaning schedule to actually work, then please do hit me up down in the comments with any ideas. To make the monthly overview stand out a bit more, I'm using a bit of washi tape behind it. This was part of the add-ons for May. I did get it here in Sweden because they were sold out before I managed to snag one. But I really, this set, I think it's from Crate Paper from their Oasis collection as well, and I just love it. I have used it so much. It's super cute. All of the washi in that little tube is just thumbs up for me. And I guess you could say now that my monthly overview is done, that the basics of my June daisydori is done. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you stay tuned for part 2 and 3 of my setup videos. Bye!